Okay, let's test the microphone. Yes, testing the microphone. And I go over to this channel. See if it's working or not. So it appears to be working there. Let's go over to the next one. Verify that this audio is now live. Hear music. Okay, I'm gonna call that good. Webcam. Hello there. Okay, so with all of that stuff set up, what? I'm just adjusting in my chair. You don't have to get up. Nugget. You can just chill. Okay? The doggo's getting a little... What? What are you doing? Okay. Shall we begin? So I need to adjust. Not that one. Also not that one. Where did I put that? Twitter banner. Did I accidentally put this stuff in a different folder? Oh, right, because it's based for the Twitch channel, so even though I'm using the Fortnite space stuff. There we go. Okay, so this one needs to be fixed. Yeah, let's move this under here. We'll put that one on top. So this layer, we'll have to just, I guess, delete it. And then retype. Took a second to catch up there. Yeah. How's that spacing look? Is that a little more centered? Appears to be. Here's the thing, it's off-center of the image because the sun's in the way. So I've got it kind of offset from center. But it fills up this empty space. I mean, obviously there's stars there, so it's not empty space. Right. Yeah. Background. Export. Okay, so now yeah, there we go. In the event that something drops out and we have to switch stuff, you can still see that is on there. Okay, that's done. Discard changes, that's fine. We need to get back to the other stuff that I was working on earlier here, off stream, but in preparation of other stuff. Yeah. Solar system stuff. Let's drop that down for a second. So the solar system map, something that I was going to do is create a new heads-up display, since we've eliminated the heads-up display from Fortnite. So there's no more toolbar, there's no more health or shield bar. Yeah, all that. So that means I need my own menu for stuff. For now, I'm trying to think about how I want to set up that UX, user experience for this game that I have been producing. So let's see here. So one of the things that I was doing, I was working on planets. Blender render. So this is going to be our Earth that we're going to use for the heads-up display. So what I want to do is I want to have a string of planets across the bottom of the screen, and then they're kind of going to be faded out, like transparent almost. But when you find the planet, the translucency will go away. It'll become more solid, like you found the planet. Check it off on the doodad. So I just want to have all the planets across the bottom here lined up for that. Now that means I need to make all the planets that's a very strange image. Anyhow, yeah. Okay, so that's the Earth. We got started with that one. Let's move on to the other planets. I'll just do them in order here. So there's Jupiter. Save as. Jupiter. Also, the planet's not transparent, but the background that I'm using here, see all the little grid squares on the sides and stuff? That's transparent, so that when I put this into the heads-up display, it'll render it on the alpha channel as transparency. And so what we'll see, okay, so there's a giant red spot. Do I want it off to the side like that, or do I want to have it in the middle? I think off to the side looks good. Let's render it and see how it looks. All right, a couple more seconds. As the final render gets complete. Processing, post-process. There we go. Save as. So I can name them planet and then HUD. I should name them HUD and then planet, just so they're all grouped together. Otherwise, because they're alphabetically organized, they're going to be all over the dang place. So Jupiter. Oh, that means I should probably go into that folder as well. Heck, where am I saving those? They are in the Fortnite Creative folder. Yeah, see, now they're already all scattered because they're not in alphabetical order. Earth HUD. Let me verify that Earth HUD 3 is the one that, yes. Alright, so let's rename that according to our new naming schema. So they will all be together, and then we need to put them into the solar system as well. And then let's make a new folder for the HUD, so everything is together. Okay, up next. Next planet. Oh, looks like Mars. Shall we have the Marinera Valelis in the middle or off the side like this? That's another question. That's usually how we see it represented. Yeah. So the canyon scars across there. Looking like that. Let's do it that way. Is it rendering? There it goes. Alright, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Okay, looks good. Let's save as. Solar system, HUD. Mars. Also, I need to save this as this new model. In case I need to re-render just pull up the model instead of having to go and change all the things again. Well, I don't know. Changing all the textures, I mean, it's not that difficult. To be honest, yeah. Anyhow, Mars is done. Mercury. Most people have never really seen Mercury, so knowing what it's going to look like really has very little impact on them. But this seems to be the most interesting phase, with multiple impact zones there. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I like that view. We'll call that good. And it very much looks like the moon. Just saying. Alright, next planet. On the moon, Neptune. Oh yeah. That one's got the interesting storm feature, which actually does not, it's not there anymore. It's gone. In case you didn't know, it has actually left us this day and age. This image is from something like 11 years ago, I want to say. So even a storm of that size on an ice giant like Neptune, yeah, it has dissipated. Next planet. Saturn. Okay, so this one, question mark. Let's skip Saturn for a minute. Here's the sun. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that one. Are there any particularly interesting features that would be cool? I mean, it doesn't really matter where you look at it. Probably as good as it gets. We'll just go with that. Okay, mission accomplished. Save as. Next one, Uranus. A very nondescript, plain-looking planet. You really can't tell from the clouds and everything. Yeah. There are subtleties and variations there. It's just very hard for the human eye to make them out. So, you know, there's that. Alright, render is complete. That one actually took quite a bit less time. Up next, Venus atmosphere, Venus surface. Since really all we can see is the atmosphere, it seems kind of silly to try and put the surface on there. Where does it look most interesting? That looks pretty good. Oh, some of that action going on there. Yeah, let's roll with that. Why did that not happen when I pushed the button the first time? Weird. Anyhow, here we go. Rendering really chunks down the camera there, doesn't it? Three, 6, 7, this makes 8. The last one will be Pluto. And we know what's going to be the most interesting on this layout, so the heart that says, I love you. Thing is, we're looking at the top down planet. If you look at it from the equator, that's what it actually looks like. So, yeah. Alright, so now that is finalized. Let's go ahead and save as on that one. I didn't save all the planets, I just ended up changing the textures. I don't want to duplicate all this flipping work, do I? It's really unnecessary. So yeah, so we'll have 9 of those across the bottom. Oh, we gotta work on Saturn. So, Let's save. Okay, so Saturn's got to fit in here. Now, put the rings at 1,400 meters. Question mark. Solar system planet data. Let me pull up that spreadsheet. Distance meters to scale. Question mark. Size of Saturn. Versus rings. Saturn has a diameter of 72,400 miles. Rings have a diameter of over 140,000. Or 170,000. Okay, so my scale here on the rings is 1,400. So 170,000 divided by 1,400 is 121.428. So this number is 72,400 divided by this number, 596.2. We'll go to 3 decimal places. Okay, and then we're going to stick a UV sphere in the middle. Okay, so that number's not going to work because that's the outer. The outer portion of the rings. I don't know what the inner size. D-ring, 4,600, so 7,500 kilometers. Diameter 72,400. Oh, 116,000. Good grief. Okay, so first of all, I was using miles instead of meters. That's foobarred. So let's fix that first. So 270,000 kilometers divided by 1,400. So 116,460 divided by that number gives us 603.867. Which skews it even worse. Just trying to do math, kids. Just trying to do math. So that's based on the outer rings. The The inner ring. How big is each ring? The ring is 7,500 kilometers. .500 kilometers across. Okay, but the inner diameter. Saturn rings. Hold up, let's do this one. Saturn rings inner diameter. Major rings have a diameter of 170,000 or 270,000 kilometers. Inner and outer. Okay, inner radius. Inner radius R equals 60,300 kilometers plus 7,000 kilometers equals 67,300 kilometers. And an outer radius. Okay, so now that we know the radius, just double that. So that's 134,000. Okay, so let's take that divided by 1,400. So that's 96 point. There we go. That's a much better number. Oh my. That makes Saturn look tiny. Diameter is just radius times 2. Yeah, 2 times the radius. So how can this be so flipping small? That makes no sense to me. I'm also curious how I got to 1,400 meters on the diameter. Also, how do I know the inner diameter of this thing? I don't really know, do I? So I scaled them up to 1,700 meters, so it'd just be a factor of like 10 or 100. Oh, 2,700 kilometers. Why did it show miles and then kilometers here, and then here it shows kilometers and then miles? Britannica versus World Atlas. See, Cassini spacecraft slipped into Saturn's shadow and turned to image the planet. So in this image, the rings are barely larger than the diameter of the planet. And then we got way more outside here. We have an upcoming ring plane crossing on 23rd of March 2025. A couple years. Basically, it'll look like the rings disappear, so they'll be on edge. Physical characteristics extend 7,000 kilometers away from Saturn's equator. Whose radius is 60,300 kilometers. Hold up, so that's where they got that number from. So this is a diameter. Copy that. 460. That's huge number 2. Okay, everything's all screwed up. So don't save. Okay, so we're back to the 1400 meters calculation. So 7,000 kilometers above the inner diameter is basically 67,000 kilometers, and the outer diameter is 270,000. Comparing the size of the Earth. Are there images for this that show me distances? Not really, no. I mean, I could probably just eyeball it and get it close, but I'd much rather have something that's mathematically accurate. So That's only showing 58,000. They're saying Saturn's radius is 60,300 on this one. It's Saturn's equator. Which is 120,600 divided by 1,400, which can't be right. What's it at 86 meters? Which is too small. So 60,300 plus 7,000 is 67,300. That's the wrong number. 67,000. 348. Let's call it 349. That is far closer than anything else we've gotten so far. Like, look at that edge right there. That is super close. I don't know, what do you think, y'all? Should we roll with that? I need the folder with all of the planetary textures. Also, I need the subdivision surface. Man, that looks kind of odd. Not gonna lie. How does that look rendered? It looks terrible. Question mark. Because I am sort of kind of animating these things. Yeah, see, that one's there. Let's also put some emission on it. Let's see what that looks like. Let's render. Oh my goodness. I mean, for what we need it to do, And it's going to be really small on the heads-up display. Let's try another render. I'm going to go into shading here, though. I'm going to do on the sphere, on the Saturn. This should be emission strength at times 8. No, let's do 26. Let's see how that looks. So it's not as bright. That should give it a little more like depth. It's not as flat. Yeah, it gives it a little more depth with the shadow there. Look at this image resolution. This looks terrible. (2048 by 1152). That's actually really good. Shoot. It's better than the 1920 by 1080 and everything else. But here's the thing. Once that gets scaled down, all this anti-aliasing will go away. All right, let's do one more. And I'm going to go in and drop. I'm still on Saturn, yeah. The emission strength. Let's drop that to 0.4. Yeah. And then we'll compare this. With the other renders. So there's 1, 2, 3. So I didn't change the emissiveness on the rings, just on the planet itself. I think also, let's change her angle here. Oh, that hides too much of the bottom of the Where's this camera located? That's weird. Okay, now it's centered there. Whoops. Let's drop the altitude. Maybe not that much. Wait, what is our camera? (16mm). No, let's go to. Let's try to 50mm. See how that works. I would like to get part of that hexagon storm on the top of Saturn into the graphic. Wait, the X, should that be 0? Yeah, that should be 0. Let's do this one at minus 2300 meters. That gets a little closer there. A little bit closer. Yeah, see, when you do it at this angle, you lose out on the hex storm. That's, I guess, pretty well centered there. Oh, that's a little. It's my zoom out. Okay, that's the whole image there. That'll also help indicate the tilt, because Saturn is tilted at 26.3 degrees, relatively speaking. The axial tilt, which, where is that? Oh, that was on the NASA page that we had set up for that. Where is that link? The planetary fact sheet. So Saturn's axial tilt 26.7 degrees. That was off a smidge. Yeah. Okay, so I think in that respect we have all the planets that we want to use for our imagery to go into the heads-up display. Now, I guess what we'll need to do is save this as Saturn and rings. So at this point, I want to check. So we've got Earth, Jupiter, Mars, Mercury, Neptune, Pluto, Saturn, the Sun, Uranus, Venus, and that's that. That's going to be our heads-up display stuff. So I guess we can close out Blender at this point. Saturn. So that kind of looks like Saturn's rings are too big. I don't want to look at the material, I want to look at the mesh. There we go. So I've got this set up. Approximate size 1826 by 1826 by 1826. Oh gosh. Jupiter. 2195. Yeah. Is that in my spreadsheet then? Seconds, meters to scale. No, that shows distances. Where do I have... Did I not keep those? Hold on, let's go back to the spreadsheet. There's a planet sizes tab. Here we go. I need to be looking at this. In case you were wondering what I'm looking at. Now my head's in the way. Okay, so Saturn. Radius in meters. Earth is 2 meters. Okay, so 18.280. 1826. So it's within a couple hundredths. And then Jupiter's 21.947, 2195. Smidges. Okay, so that means these rings are in fact too big. They're showing a approximate size. Why are they 140,000? Oh, because they're 1,400 meters in Blender. And then if you convert that to centimeters, it's 140,000. Okay. Which I imported the rings from Blender into Unreal. And since that math is off a smidge, that's why this... Hello? Puppy dog? I guess that's why this looks... Hey, no. I guess that's why my math did not work out. The scale should be... I mean, it's close. It just needs to be smaller. So if it's going to match the planet... Oh gosh. Maybe I'll just freehand it. I don't know. Then again, if we look at the inner ring, that's actually really close. It's just... Can't see it from... Yeah, that... Maybe that is right, because the inner ring, you can see just kind of glowing, not really glowing, but sitting right in there. I guess it could be considered mostly accurate. What's up, sweetheart? I have a needy doggo here named Nugget. What's up? What do you say we take a 5-minute break? Go play with the doggo. I'll be right back. Okay, let's verify. My phone's back. Camera's back. Oh boy. 5 minutes of tug of war with an active, excited dog. I think that's pretty good for me. That's probably fine. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So now, that's on there. Okay. So what we need to do now is edit those photos, those screenshots. Better make a new folder. So all of these are pretty large. They're like 1920 by 1080 for the most part. Put all these in here with their transparencies. Okay, so they don't need to be that big. So I wonder, let's just do an experiment. So let's do, we just got done playing. I gotta work here. You want to be on stream? No, you need to get off. 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 There you have it. Nugget. Okay, first of all, canvas size. Where's the cropped content? There we go. Then, scale the image down. Put that into the small folder. Go back to UEFN. Okay, so now the next thing that we need where is this? Oh, it's here. Okay, so we need a different one. Searching all the folders. Come on, I know you can do it. Alright, HUD message device. Put it here next to the HUD controller. We're going to call this one HUD Planetary. Alright, so we have a bunch of blueprints for things here. We need a widget blueprint. Model dialog variant. Ability through widget blueprints. Let's just do this one. And then we'll call this planetary. Open that up for editing. Now, textures. Let's make another folder inside of here. Heads-up display. Take that curve and put it in that folder. Ada! Aatrox is stressful. Oh my. Wait, Aatrox? Remind me what Aatrox is again. What am I missing here? What's going on here? Yeah, why is it all stretched out? I'm curious. It should be 200 by 200. Well, 204 by 204. I guess there's that. I don't see a way to... Canvas panel, grid panel, overlay, scale box, scroll box, size box, stack box, uniform grid panel. The gassy planet. Oh, death and Astroneer, that's right. Okay. It's been so long, I mean, shoot. So how come if I import a 200 by 200 pixel image into the blueprint, it doesn't scale properly? Image, okay. I don't understand what's going on with this thing here. Weird. Now, see, that I don't understand why the option on my phone does not pop up saying can't talk right now. Image size. Draw as image. Box, border. Horizontal, vertical, both. Yeah, we don't want to do tiling. Translation, scale. I don't understand. Why it's all distorted. Canvas panel. Okay, hold on, let's delete the image. So put out the canvas panel. Alright, 1920 by 1080. Let's drop an image on top of that. Can we now use so weird. Okay, thoughts. Tint. Oh, curious. Can I? Oh, we can do the alpha. Okay, so there it looks like it's faded out. Yeah, that's exactly what I want to do. And so that way, once they find Earth on the challenge map, that alpha will go to normal, or it gets swapped out with something else. That way I don't have to add multiple graphics into this. It'll just upload the one, and then the alpha, the transparency will be rendered in the game rather than having to load multiple images and take up more memory. Okay, so with that in mind, how? So that's 200. That's 200 pixels wide. Okay, so let's do. On that interface, on that heads-up display. So if we do all the planets across, cropped content, scale image. content. Content. By the way, Ada, how's your day going? What are you up to today? Besides Astroneer. Or, what are you doing in Astroneer? Yes. Scale image. Sorry, I've been so preoccupied with this, my thought process on how I wanted to do everything. Just wasn't thinking straight. Export. That goes there. Pluto. Saturn's going to be interesting then when we do this because, yeah. I guess we'll have to do the height. And then the rings. If we scale it, yeah, it'll be wider. It's just going to have to be that way in the grand scheme of things. But I do have it trimmed down there at least. There's the sun. There. Export. Last but not least, Venus. Cropped content, scale. Cancel. We want to put that in the small folder. Export. Okay, and here, textures HUD. Okay, so let's grab the rest of the planets. If it's going to work. There it goes, it looks like. There we are. Okay. That should be Venus. Alpha here at 25. and get some consistency there. I'm going to keep these ones all evenly spaced out. 'Sun'. Next Mercury. Alpha 25. Alpha 85. Alright, so if the Sun is at 50, Mercury's at 200, this should be at 350. And Earth should be at 500. For those all to be equidistant across. Mars comes next. And then 500 plus 150 is 650. Alpha at 25. Jupiter's next. There, there. Saturn. Oh, this one's going to be a bit different because it's so wide. Yeah, it's got to be double sized. Curious. Okay. But Saturn's at 950, so it should be 1150. 1200. We need some more space in between there. That goes through Uranus. Okay, so they're not centered yet, but we're getting there. We'll do that momentarily. So this was 1200, so this was 1350. That'll be Neptune. Also, forgot to do the alpha on Uranus. $1350 plus 150 puts it at 1600. And then Pluto finally near the end. Wait, no, 1500. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 1920. So 10 at 200 piece. Can I? One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Move that slightly over there. One, two, three, four, 5.5-ish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-inch. Maybe 3/4. Maybe if I select them in here. Oh, there we go. We can move them with the arrows that way. Okay, there's our customized, in theory, HUD. Save. File. Okay, now so I think what I'll have to do is create multiple blueprints for each planet that will overlay this HUD. Because if they do the planets out of order, can't have it just automatically checking off each planet as they go. It needs to check off the planets that they actually get. So if they miss Mercury and they get Venus first, then it should show that instead of ticking off Mercury. So this will be the background, and then we'll overlay individual planets on top of each. So we're going to need 10 blueprints. Basically, add another folder here. Planetary HUD, call that. So let's take that there. And then we'll just number them, I suppose. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Copy and paste, y'all. So that's the base model. Sun, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto. Okay. Now we're going to go in here. So 1 means the sun will be fully, yeah, be 100%. Save that, compile. All right, number 2, Mercury. No. Save, compile. Three, Venus. Save and compile. Core will be Earth. Save and compile. 5, Mars. Save, compile. 6, Jupiter. Jupiter Jones. Save and compile. 7, Saturn. Save and compile. Then 8. Is Uranus. 0.01 alpha. Save, compile. And then 9 will be Neptune. 0.01 alpha. Save, compile. And then the last one, number 10. Pluto. 0.01 alpha. Save and compile. Okay, so in theory, they're all done. So base, and then the overlay will be the various planetary numbers. So now, the question is, will the doggo stop hugging me? Let's look at game code. Game code is on layer 1. So HUD widget there. Question mark. do believe that needs to go there. Let's save that. Let me double check some things. Let's see. Let's go ahead and close down our photo editing, our image manipulation stuff. Discard changes. Apparently Unreal Editor just crashed or closed or something. I guess it's a good thing I saved just a moment ago. Heck. That's kind of scary. What do our temperatures look like? 53, 25, so it couldn't have cooled down that much since that crashed. So we were probably just fine in terms of temperatures. Why did that crash? Is there any messages? I don't see any. Alright, well I guess we'll just launch the editor again. Unreal. Oh. What time we got here? 4:30. Weird. That's still loading. Alright. Solar system. Open. Okay, so now, question mark, that, I should bring that over here. Because that's only going to be relevant to challenge ramp that's over there. So, I don't want it in the lobby. Okay, so we're going to have each of these for, so that needs to be numbered to 1, because that's how they're numbered in the blueprints, right? 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's a lot. Interesting. So, is this all set up? It is. So yeah, now I should be able to click on each one and go to its corresponding doodad. Six, 7 matches with 7. 8 matches with 8. 9 matches with 9. And 10 matches with 10. Bam! Okay, so, question mark, can I set these up? Yes. So there should be okay, triggers, those are all over there. What am I? What are these called? Okay, trigger found. Oh, so here's something. So I have messages that are triggered already. So when you find the planet, it's triggered by this, and then the HUD pops up. So I need another one of these for the sun, just because. Let's move all of these guys, the accolades and whatnot. That way this trigger is set up properly. I want them to trigger this when if they get close to the sun. I guess 5x is the largest that it will get to. In theory, they'll be coming from over here, so let's just move the switch a little bit closer. And if they're using the strategy like I've been using, they'll come over to the sun and they'll mark, they'll tag their spot there, so they'll run over the switch anyhow. So this, yeah, show untriggered, and then we want priority is 5. What does that mean? Priority for this message. Messages with a lower number will take precedence, moving any already displaying messages on the same layer into a queue. Messages without a priority will show immediately, ignoring any other messages. Go for duration. 5 seconds on display. Triggering player. Oh, we should do that on all of these then. What layer does this message show on? Only one message layer will show at a time, and other messages will queue. Setting different layers for different messages allows you to display multiple messages simultaneously. Excuse me. So sure, this one will be 0. This one will be 1. This one will be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold up. There's only 4 layers? Oh, brother. I don't know if this is going to work then. Show behavior showing. What happens if you show a message that's currently shown? Ignore. Norn Rad Surfer, only 5 layers. Yeah, that's the thing that's kind of curious to me. So I don't know if that's going to work out for all of our planets in the sun. This needs to trigger on Mercury. Trigger found Mercury. Untriggered. Venus. Trigger found Venus. Triggered. 3. Voice. Trigger found Earth. After Earth comes Mars. Mars, that's Jupiter. After Jupiter, Saturn. After Saturn, Uranus. Space Tycoon? So it's a it's kind of like a cross between a running map and a puzzle. So if you go, it's already up. I published this map like a month and a half, 2 months ago. I'm just adding more features now to make it, you know, cooler, more fun, more reason for people to play in it and look at it. So what I'm adding here with the heads-up display is a visual system that shows when you found each planet on the challenge portion of the map. So in the lobby, we just did Uranus, right? So after this, Neptune. Hold up. Did I miss something? Saturn, Jupiter, Earth, Venus, Mercury, and then the Sun. Oh, there are 10. I just have an extra. Way to go, Brad. 0 through 9 is 10. That's why. Okay, so now Neptune. So yeah, I want it, like, you know, some people are playing it. Not enough, obviously. So you know, any game developer wants to make their map fun to play, fun to look at. You know, they want it to make it pretty. They want it to be cool. And as the direct, you know, individual game developer, like the builder of this map, I can update it anytime that I want, right? I updated it a couple weeks ago for the annular eclipse that was going on, and yeah, I've got many more plans. Like I plan on updating this map for the next several months. I want to put space stations in here. I want, you know, different views of some of the different planets. Like I want to add so much more to this map. I'm only just getting started. It's only been, you know, a couple of months here. So yeah, as I go, it's going to be like an exploration map. It's going to be like in some cases, like when you go to the space stations, I just want people to vibe, just chill, look at the planet down below from the space station. Maybe run around the space station, get a different seat, get a different view, that sort of thing. Um, you know, the challenge portion of the map is the competitive part of the map where you have to go and find the planets. Since this solar system is to scale, that means that, you know, Earth is the size of like, I don't know, a small nectarine kind of size, maybe a golf ball size at this scale. Um, and yeah, the map is 18 kilometers long for the challenge portion. When you get into the lobby, I'll show you that in a moment. You know, the welcome lobby shows a completely different scale. So let me just finish the Pluto tracker triggers here. Save those changes because we already crashed once. Yeah, I haven't seen it in Discover, to be honest with you. Yeah, so like, all right, so here's the main lobby. So everything is set to the scale where Earth is the same size as the player. So Earth is about, whoops, 2 meters tall, right? So you can see all the different audio clips, and buttons, and zones for triggering different audio and visual stuff. So you get all the hints and clues about the challenge map here in the main lobby, right? So you come into the lobby, There's a message to greet you, and then the rift is what takes you to the actual challenge map, right? This right here. But you have to get all your clues here in the main lobby. So you can think of this as like the loading lobby, so to speak. And I do have it set to multiplayer, so if you want to come in with your friends and try and solve it together, it might be easier that way. But yeah, so you come in here. Earth is the size of the player, so it's 2 meters tall. Here's the stuff from the eclipse. I just updated this yesterday. So it used to say the morning of October 14th, 2023, we will see an annular eclipse. So I changed that to we saw, right? And then I updated the audio to match that. And then here's some stuff for the sun. So you get to see, like, in terms of the scale of the different planets. I threw the moon in here too, just because it's part of Earth, and we humans, we like seeing that. So yeah, and you can kind of see that the sun is rotating there. The scale, so I've set everything as close as I can to scale. So even the clouds and the Earth are rotating, but they're at scale. So as small as it is, it's really hard to see it move. You could sit here for an hour and you could see it move. Same thing with Jupiter and Saturn. Oh, where's my keys? Wrong buttons. Jupiter is rotating. Pluto, because of the significance of what it looks like, it's not rotating. But yeah, so I've got that all set up, and now that the HUD's there, let's go see if it works. Let's launch our Fortnite session. What time is it also? Okay, it's almost 5, so let's spend a couple minutes doing this. Oh. Also, I should set up some lights. Hang on, I'll be right back. It is evening here, so get those all turned on and set up. I have other dwarf planets? Not at this time. So, setting up things like Ceres or the moons on Mars. I think once I start adding the space stations, like I'll have a space station on Mars, so you'll be able to see those moons like Phobos and Deimos. As far as Ceres or Apophis or any of the other, ones, then we'll see. It's just going to take time at this point. Also, did you see Jupiter just acquired something like found another dozen moons or so? So it's now gone from 92 moons to like over 100 and something moons. Jupiter is just littered with moons at this point. It's kind of crazy. So, yeah. But it sure does. Loves its moons. One of the other things that I want to do too, I'm not sure how I'm going to set this up, some sort of cinematic animation or something, is you'll be able to get into like a rocket ship and fly to the different stations. Or in the beginning, I'll just use like a rift, right? You'll pop into the rift and it'll just like teleport you like Star Trek style to the space stations. But I'd eventually like to have the animation style set up so that like you get into a rocket, you push the button, and then the rocket takes off, and you get to see
Welcome
and experience
to the lobby of this scale map of our solar system.
Flying to.
Be sure and check out all of the planets for clues to the challenge portion of the map. For the Find Pluto challenge, take the rift. Remember to come back and check on future updates.
So that greets you there. Also, you can see we've got accolades now, so I added those like a month ago, I want to say. So, updated all of this stuff. What happened to my button? There should be a button that plays. Alright, so that needs fixing.
The sun is the star at the center of our solar system, primarily composed of hot, glowing plasma, and it provides the energy that sustains life on Earth through the process of nuclear fusion in its core.
So yeah, when you step on each little glowy spot, it gives you that little,
The Sun is the star at the center of our solar system,
thing.
primarily composed of hot,
Also,
glowing
that
plasma,
trigger,
and it
that one's
provides the
also
energy
missing.
that
The
sustains
heck?
life on Earth through the process of nuclear fusion in its core.
Also, that should not have triggered so soon. I'm gonna have to look into that.
Mercury is the closest planet to the Sun,
So
located
this is
at an
where you get
average
your
distance of
hints.
about 58 million kilometers, and it has a rocky, cratered surface.
Yeah, none of my, oh shoot, this is probably what broke in the update, is all the buttons. Yeah, all the buttons are not working, or the triggers, whatever. Or the zones, the mutator zones. That's what I have these triggered under.
Earth, at an average distance of about 150 million kilometers from the Sun, is our home planet, featuring diverse ecosystems, liquid water, and a breathable atmosphere.
Where's the space station? Also, yes, you can see lights on the surface of the planet in the dark side. There's a space station, International Space Station. And this one, I sped up the space station. It is moving faster than it would be in real life, at least to scale. And I did it just so that people can actually see it. Yeah, it's so tiny. Although this is massively larger than it is in real life. Like it would not be this big if you were in space looking at the International Space Station from orbit. It would not be this big. So yeah. So I'm also zoomed in using ADS. So I'm holding down right click to zoom in. But you can see it crossing the clouds now. So you can see that it is in fact moving. So having the animations like that set up, but yeah, the buttons there's supposed to be buttons on here to get more information. So you get the quick
The
little
Moon is
hints like
Earth's natural satellite,
stepping
orbiting
on
our planet
those.
at an average distance of about 384,400 kilometers. It is a barren, cratered world without an atmosphere, and its gravitational pull influences Earth's tides. Jupiter, the largest planet in our solar system, is about
Also, you can fly.
778 million kilometers away from the Sun, characterized by its massive
Just double
size,
jump.
turbulent atmosphere, and intricate system of 92 moons.
Saturn. So I had to do some emissive textures on the rings to get it to glow on the backside. Otherwise, it was just pure black and it didn't look very realistic or very cool. It's kind of boring.
Saturn, known for its stunning ring system and the hexagonal polar vortex at its north pole, orbits the Sun at an average distance of approximately 1.4 billion kilometers and is a gas giant with a unique beauty.
So yeah, if you fly, you can see the hexagon storm up top. Whoops. And flight speed is ramped up to maximum. Just because the challenge map is 18 kilometers long, so I wanted people to be able to like move more quickly. But yeah, the hexagon storm on Saturn is accurate. You do get to redeploy your glider if you want to.
Uranus is the seventh planet from the Sun, located about 2.9 billion kilometers away, and it is an ice giant with a tilted sideways rotation. Neptune, the eighth and farthest known planet from the Sun, is situated at a distance of roughly 4.5 billion kilometers with a turbulent atmosphere and is a deep blue jewel in our solar system.
A deep blue jewel within our solar system.
Pluto was once
Here's our
considered
love.
the ninth planet in our solar system before being reclassified as a dwarf planet in 2006. It is located at an average distance of about 5.9 billion kilometers from the Sun and is known for its small size and remote location.
Beautiful little Pluto. Where's our other one? The big heart. There's the little one. I don't know where the big heart is. There's the UFO.
Pluto was once considered the ninth
All right,
planet in our solar system before being reclassified as a dwarf planet in 2006. It is located at an average distance of about 5.9 billion kilometers from the Sun and is known for its small... Welcome to the challenge map. The solar system is built at a 1 to 333 millionth scale. I rounded it. At this scale, the Sun is a tad over 4 meters tall. The challenge:
I don't see the HUD.
see if you can find all of the planets. As an added bonus, Pluto is out there too. This map of our solar system is nearly 18 kilometers long, to match the scale I mentioned before. So don't expect this to be easy. I did help out by putting everything in a straight line, so just head north to see if you can find everything. To help with your journey ahead, I have maximized the stamina usage and maxed out the run speed in Fortnite, which is 2x. I've also enabled flight, and the maximum speed is 5x. Just use double jump to activate or deactivate it. Good luck.
With the map gone, you can't tell which way is north. Oh, wait, there's the HUD. It's showing up now. And then it's gone. Oh, shoot. It was there for a moment, all the planets. It was across the middle of the screen. Let's go see. Alright, so if I can turn around 180 degrees, I don't know if I can get. What? You realize it's only like 5 o'clock. Oh, wait a second. We have daylight savings time. For you, it's the normal time. For me, I hate daylight savings. Let me see if I can find. Hang on, sweetie, just give me a couple of minutes. We can find. I just saw it briefly. This is probably Venus. Yeah, 370. Okay, so it brings up the HUD momentarily for like 5 seconds. We want it to stay up. I thought I clicked that button. All right, Mercury's at 174 meters, I think, if I recall correctly. Oops, that's too far. Yeah, there it is. Huh. All right, folks. Well, due to daylight savings and the doggo, her biological clock does not reset. Daylight savings time. It's gonna get dark soon. We gotta do our. We gotta go do our long walk before dinner. Close. Huh, that was weird. So, yeah, we gotta go do the whole dinner thing for the doggo because she doesn't know that time has changed for daylight savings. Goofy. Yeah. So let's save our progress here in Unreal Engine. And then we'll have to come back later tonight and finish some of that stuff up. But for now, calling it there. Oh, we got an ad break going on. So I'm gonna wait till the ad's over to say goodbye to everybody. Yeah? Okay, I know. I know. Just give me like 60 seconds. Yeah? Okay. Time for walkies. Yeah, it's getting dark here. I didn't think anything about daylight savings time. So, just our schedules around daylight savings time. And the doggo wants to go. She wants dinner, I'm sure. So, give me, a couple hours. Because we gotta do the long walk, so 30, 45 minutes. Get her all tuckered out and tired for the evening. Dinner time, so I'll have to make dinner and dinner too. So, yeah, like 2 hours. Let's try and let's shoot for 7 o'clock again. And, yeah, I'll see you then. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. 3 more hours? Okay. Ooh, sunrise. Yikes. Crazy. Well, if I don't see you again, till next time. But yeah, I should be back in a couple hours. See you all later.